Oh, hey, everybody. Going on? Hey, Sandy B. Hey, Bitfinesse. Hey, Matsui. Morton. And Tin Top. What's up, y'all? Good to see you guys. Today is Wednesday. Yeah, happy Wednesday. Just posting this on X real quick. All right, cool. I hope y'all doing good today. We'll have some fun today. There's a kind of a newer PulseChain stats website that we will go ahead and check out together. So let's go take a look. Yeah, hold on a sec here. I'm going to pull it up. We'll have some fun. Hey, what's up, Shell Fox? All right, so we're doing... I think I just retweeted it, these guys here. Pull it up. Yeah, here we go. All right, so let's go to the screen. All right, cool. All right, so yeah, so these guys made there's a new like stats website. This is pulsechainstats.com. And they made a cool new page. There's the new stats edition, 34 countries, 206 cities, all supporting the PulseChain network. You can now use our 3D interactive globe to see countries and cities that are running PulseChain infrastructure. So if you go to pulsechainstats.com/validators, if we click on this, this is a cool new site. Yeah, let's check this out. Zoom in here. All right, cool. So this is the validator growth since launch. So these are all the stakes, right? These are just like how many stakes of 32 million pulse each. And yeah, we started on day one. We had the original like 4,000, the original like Genesis validators, they're called, that Richard was running. That's when like the fork of Ethereum actually took place, right? And they did the Genesis block on the Pulse chain. So that happened. And then it was about 30 days because I had already started the validatorstore.com. And some people were like, we were already kind of prepped and people had already bought some. So it was May. And then by June, we were really ramping up 5,000. It looks like they smoothed out this chart. There was a dip when Richard turned off the original 4,000, but it looks like this has been smoothed. And you can see here, see where it says right in the middle where it says active validators was 24,700. And then at the bottom of that box says total validators, 27,000. So it shows the difference of like when a validator is unstaked, goes to the bottom number, like total, and then the active stakes is the top number. You can see right there, like there's like 4,000 missing basically. This is the Genesis. And yeah, we keep going up, and then we hit 50K in August, and then yeah, we've got even more now, almost 55,000 stakes. So very nice. People are finally waking up to it. Big part of this is Vouch as well. Vouch.run also has like they're technically like the #1 pool now at this point. As far as community stakes. So congratulations to Vouch. They're killing it. Oh yeah, here it is. Launch day. Yep, there's 4,114. And currently we have 54,000. So very cool. We're at the peak. We are at the highest count right here. Oh, Mateus. Bro, Matsui is some kind of Japanese. I'm in Europe. Mateus or something. Gotcha. Yeah, Shell Fox. Love to see it global. Yeah. There's actually a cool map we're going to pull up. Flarty says, Hex community, Bank X is out. We can go up. Whale who perma-dumped. Yay, hold my beer. Yeah. Yeah, I heard that. That Bank X is out of eHex coins. Cool. They sold them all and they're out. Cool. Good. Right. A little less sell pressure. All right, so this is a comparison of PulseChain versus other proof of stake networks. So let's go through this. I've actually never even seen this site before. This is all new to me. I just saw that tweet earlier. I literally just, what was this? Yeah, this was like like an hour and a half ago. I was like, "What is this? This is cool." All right, so yep, so you got the PulseChain. Yeah, we're at 54,000 validators. We got 1.75 trillion pulse staked. So the whole value of that is $56 million. Wow. Wow. That is so undervalued. Oh my God. Then Ethereum is also proof of stake, which is what PulseChain is a fork of, obviously. They've got over 1 million validators. Woo-wee. And that's 32 Ethereum each at $4,000 a pop. So let's bust out the calculator because I hate math. So we do 32 times 4,000. So it's 182 grand for one stake on Ethereum. 182 G's just for 32 ETH just to do one stake. And that gets you less than 3% rewards per year. So you guys getting wrecked. You're not making much. It's very expensive. It's a big risk. You got to put in a lot of money and you are not getting a lot of coins back. Whereas for PulseChain, I mean, you could do a stake for $1,000. 32 million pulses, like $1,000, and you're going to get almost 10% a year. So I wonder which one it's better to be a validator for. All right. Tin Top, WTF Fun Day. I come here for the tech, sir. That's right. Yep. Thank you. Yep. This is a crypto tech show. I'm also in it for the tech. I've also been into blockchain tech for a long time. You know, getting rich is just a side effect if you do it every day, right? If you stick around in crypto long enough and you just buy and hold, eventually you'll hopefully catch a top, right? You wait around long enough. All right, so Solana, I think it's like centralized and they do it all themselves. There's only 1,400 validators. They've got 400 million soul staked. Cardano has 3,000 validators exactly. Which just goes to show, like, this is totally managed. You know, when it's a flat number like this, it's just run by the team, or these are Charles Hodgkinson's validators, I guess. Same with Avalanche, they've got 1,300, and same with Polkadot, they've got 300. That's not a lot. So it looks like of all the proof of stake chains, only PulseChain and Ethereum are actually decentralized with real home validators, right? That's what it looks like. Because these guys have got just flat numbers. Probably can't be a validator. Let's ask Grok. Let's put it to the test. Go to Grok. And we'll say, give me a private chat. And we'll say, can I become a Solana? Or is it restricted to their dev team? Let's see what Grok says. I'm just curious. Just curious. Hey, what's up, Shaw? Going on, my man? Red Bull Vodka. What's happening, dude? Bro, best safest system to run this validator? Ryzen 7 good enough? Yeah, Ryzen 7 CPU. Yeah, that should be fine. Yep. Definitely get 32 gigabytes of RAM. Right. And then 2 terabyte solid state hard drive. And get a good hard drive. That's probably more important than the Ryzen 7. You could probably even get a Ryzen 5 CPU. Save yourself a couple bucks. Spend that extra money on get a Western Digital Black hard drive, because those are the fastest. Those are the ones that they put in the PlayStation 5 for the video games, and they're very fast. So when the PulseChain saves the database, the extra speed is good. So I'd say spend it on a hard drive. All right. Grok. Yes, anyone can become a Solana validator. It's not restricted to DevKeem or any specific group. Wow. You'll need high performance server grade equipment to handle the network's demand. At least 12 cores, AMD EPYC or Intel Xeon. All right, so this is like real server. RAM, minimum 256 gigs. Well, up to 384 gigs or even 1 terabyte of RAM for optimal performance with high stakes. A terabyte of RAM? Storage, multiple NVMe SSDs. Oh, it's only 1 terabytes and a RAID 0 for speed. Network stable connection, at least a gigabit upload and download, though 10 gigabits per second is ideal. Upfront cost for the setup can range from $20,000 to $50,000 plus ongoing electricity and maintenance. Oh my God. Like, I didn't know it was this expensive to be a Solana validator. Holy shit. That's crazy. 50 to 20 G's? Oh my God. Dude. Yo, you could be a PulseChain validator for 2,000. Like, no, you could do 10. This is crazy. It's crazy. Wow. So expensive. That's nuts. Red Bull's is asking Contabo, just like a cloud-hosted virtual private server, or should you roll your own server? I would recommend rolling your own. Do your own server if you can. And then it's yours. And then you own it, and it's yours. You know, that's what I would recommend. Hey, Ash, what's up, my man? Yeah, it's ridiculous, and why we're still the best. Yeah, this is crazy, right? Like, that's so expensive to be a Solana validator. On PulseChain, it's like dirt cheap. I mean, PulseChain is the poor man's version of Ethereum. Let's be completely honest. That's exactly what it is. It's the hamburger helper of blockchain. We made it so that way we could all have a bajillion coins and feel rich. You know, it's like I feel rich. I got a bajillion coins, right? I got a tiny little computer, a little nook that sits in the basement and mines all these out. Like, you know, versus Solana, where you have to buy $50,000 of data center equipment just to even get started. Like, what? I didn't know that. That's crazy. Let's try the rest. Let's put them all to the test. All right, let's see Cardano. Because I've never even asked. So let's see, what does it cost to become a Cardano? So can I become a Cardano validator? Or is it restricted to the dev team? Yeah, we'll just keep asking Grok here, see what he thinks. Red Bull Vodka asking, what happens if they cut the cables? Should we consider the Elon Musk satellite connection? Ah, okay. So you can do Starlink, but there's one thing you got to know. And we can even open a new tab. Ask Grok again. I think you need a special firewall. You have to buy your own. Because Starlink does not do port forwarding on their, like, the router that you get from Starlink. When you buy Starlink, they give you like a satellite dish to put on your roof, but then I think they give you a Wi-Fi router. That Wi-Fi router they give you out of the box does not do port forwarding. We need that for these validators. So does Starlink provide users with a router upon purchase? Question mark. And does it do port forwarding? And if not, can I get my own firewall after market and do port forwarding? Question mark. All right, so let's ask Grok that, because that's a good question. Hey, what's up, Hornet? Good to see you, my man. Yeah, Red Bull Vodka. Yeah, no port forwarding. And the reason that there is a reason why is, I think last I heard that you're sharing your IP address with other Starlink users, right? It's not just you on one, like on the back, like the Starlink equipment. Like it's kind of shared, right? Because it'd be too expensive. Like Elon couldn't do that. Why would he buy one modem for every user? That doesn't make sense. So you share like an IP address, and I think that's the problem. Let's see what Grok says here. So yes, Starlink provides a router as part of its standard kit when you purchase the service. But no, Starlink router does not support port forwarding. Yes, you can connect your own aftermarket router or firewall with the Ethernet wire on Gen 3 hardware, and then you enable bypass mode on your Starlink router. This allows you to use a device that supports port forwarding. But Starlink uses CGNAT. Yeah, here it is. This is it. This is the problem. Carrier grade network address translation on your internet before It means that inbound connections, so from other validators, they won't directly go to you because you're sharing that IP address with other Starlink. So when the like literally validatorstore.com data center, my validators are gonna send information to your computers. You're on Starlink, it doesn't know which computer to send it to because there's too many like people on the IP address. So that's the problem. But this should work. And then is you can potentially use IPv6 for port forwarding or services like a VPN with port forwarding or remote IT. Or what you can do is you can go to validatorstore.com. Validatorstore.com. And then if we go to no IP domains at the top here and click on this, and then that brings us to noip.com. And then you can click on get no IP for free. And you sign up for free. Then these guys are going to give you a .com address that you can put in your firewall. And that acts like your IP address number. So that way your validators can talk to each other. And then if we go to my GitLab, so if we go to gitlab.com/DavidFeeder, and then if we scroll down to the PulseChain Validators project at the bottom and click, and then if we go to no IP instructions, right here in this tutorial, we can add .com from no IP. Like right here, let me zoom in. Like this, we can basically get one of these .coms for free from no IP, slap it in your code, and then your validator will work on Starlink. So this is kind of the solution here for Starlink. And then it's cool. Then you could be a validator like in a van. Like you could literally drive around. You could be anywhere in the world with Starlink. So it's possible. You just gotta there's just extra stuff involved, but totally doable and pretty cool. Pretty cool. Yeah, Red Bull Vodka. Yeah, totally, man. Yeah, it's fun. I love this stuff. I love it. That's cool. Like doing some kind of like mobile validator build. Like that's hot. Yeah. Yeah, Manny, Starlink has IPv6 is validating only possible over IPv4. No, it does both. Nope. You can do IPv6 or IPv4. Yep. And I think we can even, if we do geth commands. That's good. Let's double check. See what the command is, because I think there is not port, RPC. Where is it? Yeah, you said it in here somewhere. I don't know. That's just a port. Actually, maybe not. Maybe you cannot choose between IP version 4 and IP version 6. Because what it actually gives us is you can choose between, it's like Geth Discovery version 4 and Geth Discovery version 5. They kind of built their own like consensus mechanisms here, like that they made their own custom software that uses like the BitTorrent protocol to talk to each other. So yeah, but if you're on it, like if you're internet company, like Comcast, if Comcast is selling you an IPv6 like connection, like that, it'll be fine because that's just your internet. So I don't think it'll be a problem. Yeah, that should work just fine. Yeah, all right. So yeah, so we can do some Starlink. Oh, excuse me there. All right. Oh, let's go. What are we doing? Cardano? Yes, anyone can become a Cardano stake pool operator. It's not restricted to the dev team or any specific group. Hardware. You'll need reliable server grade hardware. Official recommendations include servers, at least 3 total. 1 block producing node. Kept offline from direct internet access for security. And at least 2 relay nodes. CPU, Intel or AMD. with 2 cores, 2 gigahertz faster. All right, so that's just like fine. RAM, 24 gigs, easy. Storage, 150 gigs. Network, stable with 1 gigabit hour bandwidth and IPv4 public address. Interesting. All right. Linux and upfront costs can range from a few $1,000s. All right, so it looks like Cardano is cheaper, but you need 3 servers. One to be kept offline from direct internet access for security. That's interesting. I've never seen a blockchain node that needs to be offline. How is it even possible? Like it's on like a weird subnet that can only talk to the 2 relays. Like that's weird, but interesting. Yeah. Hornet says, how is proof of stake different from being centralized rent seeking? Oh, well, the difference is that the people who have to do the proof of stake, they have to like lock their coins up. So while their coins are locked up, they can't sell them. Whereas with Bitcoin, I can just buy a bunch of hardware, turn it on, slap it in, and then I don't have to hold any Bitcoin. Bitcoin, you can dump the coin as soon as you mine it, and all I have to do is buy Chinese plastic, and then I can be a Bitcoin operator, right? So versus proof of stake, I got to buy a whole bunch of coins, and then I got to literally lock those coins up on a computer and have them sit there that I can't touch. So I think that's the difference, whereas Bitcoin, it's just, Chinese plastic and cheap electricity. It's cheaper you can get your shit, the better you are. You can just dump Bitcoin. So it all depends. Question, where can we see what bag number in Pulse? Hey, AJS. I don't know what that means. But can't they just sell what they earn? Yeah, Hornet. Yeah, you could sell the rewards. Yep, totally. Yeah, that's expected, right? That's your payment. Yes, yeah, totally. Why else would you be a validator if you don't? I mean, and you could keep it too. You can also restake what you earn too, which is what I like to do. I actually save all my rewards until I have another 32 million, and then you do another stake, and then I do another stake and another, and it's snowball. So now, PulseChain's been out for 2 years, and like I have more validator stakes than what I started with because they snowball. So now it's like I got even more. Like I started, I started with this much, and now I got even this much. It's like holy shit. So it just keeps growing. So it depends. It's up to you. You can do whatever you want. You want to sell just what you earn every day, just your interest. That's fine. You want to re-roll it into new stakes. Whatever you can do whatever you want to do. Whatever floats your boat. That's just cool. Like what bag are we? AJS is asking like what bag are we in compared to send to others? Like total. Oh, I think you're like talk about like versus other chains. Is there one here? Let's look. I've got like a chain versus chain page that's not validators. That's a great question. Yeah, here it is. Okay. Yeah, right here. Top global 40 chains by TVL. Here we go. So Ethereum's number 1 at almost 200 billion. Solana, Binance, Bitcoin. I never heard of these. These Hyperliquid, Tron, Arbitrum, Sui. Oh, I'm so sad that fucking Eve Frontiers just announced that they're going to be launching on Sui. I'm so sad. I was hoping it was going to be Ethereum or PulseChain, but bummer. Yeah, so here's like a big list of chains. So I haven't even heard of most of them. Or, some of them are old. God. Yeah, that's an interesting list. All right, so where were we? We were in a validators page. All right, so let's scroll down. Oh, this is cool. Okay, so yeah, current APR is only 5.2%. Interesting. Okay, so this is saying that the APR for PulseChain's gone down quite a bit. The first time I've ever seen it so low. I thought it was near 10%. But these guys are saying we're getting almost half. Oh, okay. I wonder how this is calculated. Interesting. And one thing that's impossible to calculate is like your block rewards, like your extra juicy profits. So, hey, Robo Vodka. Sorry, David, I'm still on Windows 10. Support over now. You got 1 more week. It's not until the 15th. You're okay. You got 1 week. uh, I don't want Windows 11. I want Linux. Are you on Linux? And if so, what Linux would you recommend for PulseChain Validator? Yeah, yeah, I did do the Linux. Yep, and we're gonna do the Actually, it's right on validatorstore.com. Validatorstore.com. And if we scroll down to the hardware kit, there's actually a link right here. Zoom in. Yep, so right here you can see where it says Ubuntu 22.04. So this is the Linux that I use right here, this desktop image. This is the one that I use for all my validators. You can download it right here for free. I use this for the actual real validators, and you could use it just like a normal computer. This is just like full on just Linux. It works. So this is just a nice for a computer. You can put on a laptop. You know, even an old computer, shit, like a really old, slow one, this will actually work pretty nice because it doesn't take a lot of processor, like power, RAM, or anything. It works pretty good. There are newer versions. This is an older version, but it's long-term support. We are covered until 2027, so we've got like 2 more years to enjoy this. So, but if you go to Ubuntu releases, they even just came out with a new one called Plucky Puffin 25. This one's like hot off the presses. So if you actually wanted to test the latest version of Ubuntu, you could actually try this right here. Yeah. Yeah, Rain Mac, you got 1 more year with Windows 10. Yes. And Microsoft, those bastards, they just announced yesterday that they're actually doing um like Windows 10 did. Windows 10 ended. They just announced this yesterday. And in Europe, if you live in Europe, you get Windows updates for free. Yeah, here it is. So Windows 10 end of life. So it's October 14th. So yeah, I got like a week. There's 3 options. You can get 1 year of free extended support updates. You can pay for 3 years. Or you can use Windows 10 Internet of Things Enterprise Long-Term Support 2001 image. I wouldn't do that. Don't do that. I would get your free year for free. So yeah, Windows 10 has basically been extended for a year. So you're actually okay. You don't have to even switch to Linux. You're good. And then there's a video, YouTube. The guy's name, it was like Win10 ESU. I just did it yesterday. Yeah, here it is. So yes, Cyber CPU Tech. This video, I'll actually post this here in the chat. This video will show you how to do it. It shows you exactly like what, because they're doing like a staged rollout. It takes time for the button to show up in your control panel. So if you go into the registry editor, if you do some changes, you can make it pop up right now, and then you can get Windows like free updates basically for the next year. So this literally just came out. So enjoy. That'll save you some money, save you some headache. So that's cool. Windows 10, they were just trying to get money out of people. And now, like at the last second, they're like, oh, we're required by law in Europe to give you updates. So we changed our mind. Sorry, you don't have to pay us. You bastards. Like, they just spent the whole year like scaring everybody. So it is what it is. Hey, what's up, Frank White? Ubuntu's cool, but don't sleep on Mint. Hell yeah, Mint is great. Yeah, have you ever been to distrowatch.com? So distrowatch.com is like a website of all the Linux distros that are like popular. And whenever there's an update, and over on the other side of the screen on the right hand, you can see like the popularity list, like who's got the most popular Linux. And Mint is number 2, deservedly. Mint is amazing. And Mint is based on Ubuntu. Like they take Ubuntu, so they take the one we were just looking at, and then they add more like upgrades into it. So Linux Mint is a great choice for like a daily driver desktop. If you want like a Windows feel, but Linux, like this Linux Mint isn't a wonderful choice. Yeah, because it feels like Windows, but it's fast, it works, yeah. So yep, Linux Mint, that's good stuff right there for sure. Definitely. Ubuntu party. don't know who that is. Yeah. So, all right. And then on the pulse chain here in the validators, this is cool. They've got a global map. We got the United States here. And then what we got? Yeah, we got some guys in got some Tokyo. We got some Taiwan. We got some Hong Kong. We got Wuhan. We got Singapore. Nice. Got Brisbane, Sydney, Melbourne, Adelaide, yeah, Auckland, Wellington, Christchurch, New Zealand. Nice. Nice. Also we got Pune, Mumbai, India. We've got Petah Tikva in Israel. We've got South Springs, South America, and Johannesburg, South Africa. Yeah, not South America, South Africa. Oh, it's the only one in Africa. South Africa. We got Barcelona, Spain. We got Madrid, Spain. Portugal. We got all over Europe. Oh, yeah. Bulgaria, Romania, Ukraine, Lithuania. We got Russia, Finland, Sweden. We got Norway. Nothing in Denmark? What? Damn. We got Poland. We got Germany, Austria, Slovenia, Switzerland, France, United Kingdom. Nice. Then we got United States. Then what about South America? There's nobody in South America? What? There's not even one in Brazil? This is crazy. You gotta be kidding me. What? Well, South America, you guys gotta step up your game. Damn, what the hell? No Colombia? No Medellin? Come on. Anybody. South America, we're calling. Hello. That's crazy. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. And then, yeah, Mexico. And then America and Canada. We got this covered. Oh, yeah. Pretty cool, man. That's cool. Very nice. Hey, Coin Critic. What's up, my man? Yeah, dude. Congratulations on that dang follow yesterday. Talking with the OGs, man. Mad respect. Like it. That's cool. Hell yeah. So, all right. Pretty cool. And this is probably based on the IP address of the validators would be my guess. So if I don't recommend doing it through a VPN anymore because it adds so much latency, but there might be people doing a VPN to hide their location. So pretty cool. United States is covered. Europe is covered. And yeah, we're plenty decentralized. That is plenty of servers. Hey, Adam, what's up, my man? Oh, cool. So this is the top 20 validators by network share. Top wallets and PulseChain running validators by their network share. So there's this address here with 4,522. I think this is vouch. I think. I'm not sure. But pretty cool. So here's the top leaders. You guys got thousands and thousands. And number 9 has got 1,000 and then 1,000. Okay, so then you get to all the thousands wallets. Look like they're sharing 9th place and below. So really, it's like 1 through 9 are the big boys. With actually, number 9 is also 1,000. So number 8 and up are the big boys. So pretty cool. There you go. If you want to watch some fat validators, these guys are having some fun with lots and lots of stakes. That's pretty cool. Hey, Icelander. Is David, you may need to create some nodes in South America using AWS. I mean, yeah. It's very expensive, though. Creating a validator in AWS, the part that sucks is the solid state hard drive monthly cost, man. It's so expensive. That's what kills it. It's like hundreds of dollars a month. Ugh. Yeah. Yeah, Coin Critic says, very cool. These validator transparency tools are things that make the chain better and reduce centralization risks. Nice to see these tools. I was going to ask you about this. Beat me to it. Yeah, man. Yeah, this is real cool. Yeah, I'm just finding this today for the first time. Hey, Hexkong. Yeah, this does. Yeah, this does prove that like we are decentralized. Like there's not. I'm not. You know, I like to joke I'm the number one pulse chain validator. That's because people are using my graffiti right on my free software. Right, like I'm not actually go to do it yourself. Like you know, I'm not really the number one guy. I don't have all the pulse chain stakes. Just people use my software and then it's got the graffiti. So, but I do think vouch is vouch.run. Vouch.run. This right here is the real number one pool for a derivative token, right? If you're into that kind of thing, these guys are number one with Jexa. So pretty cool. I think that does correlate to this wallet if I'm not mistaken. It would be in the documentation if we go to the docs. And then validator guide, validator staking guide. If we scroll down, just looking for the address for fun just to see if it really is them. Staking deposit. Okay, here's their address. Yeah. So as you can see right here, I've kind of pasted at the top. Sorry, it's real small to see. So yeah, this number one PulseChain validator address is the deposit address for vouch.run. So vouch.run is officially the number one largest pool on PulseChain. So shout out to Jexa. Good job. Excellent. Well done to the vouch team. These guys are also the Staffy team. This is a fork. This is on Ethereum already. I think it's called ST ETH. You go to dexscreener.com. And I'll zoom in. And then I think it's called STETH. Yeah, it's liquid staked ether. But we don't want it on PulseChain. We want it on Ethereum. And yeah, here's liquidity in the volume. Yeah, it's on Curve. Yeah, so this is what like this is what vPulse is forked after, right? This is the original Ethereum version. Right here. So this is liquid staked ether, where you can take ETH and you can stake it, and then you get liquid staked. You get this ST ETH coin in return, and then you just hold that in your wallet and you set on it. That one doesn't go up in number. Later, you can take your ST ETH and put it back in, and then you get your Ethereum back plus all your rewards. So this right here is literally what Vouch is forked, right? That's what Vouch is. It's the same thing as ST ETH on Ethereum. So pretty cool. Because then, yeah, you click on stake Pulse. And then, yeah, you put Pulse in here. You stake your Pulse, and then it gives you vPulse token. And then when you want to unstake, you click right here to unstake, and you take your vPulse and you put them in, and it gives you your Pulse back. And there you go. And then, yeah, this is doing like 9.69% APR per year. So pretty cool. So we got it. We got a lot of stuff that Ethereum has. You know, we've got the stuff. So this is cool. So that's up and running. All right, let's go back to the top. Current validators. Oh, okay. These just bring it down. Okay. All right. So pulsechainstats.com. This website's pretty cool. Number one site. We go all-time low. Yeah. So here's PulseChain itself. 4 zeros and a 3. We're up 93% off the bottom in April. Ultra low. Cool. Hex is almost 3/4 of a penny. Yeah, PulseX 4 zeros and a 2, and incentive token is $1.33. Pretty cool. We're doing it. Hanging in there. Coin Critic, David ships validators. If you want a node in a place and you live there, you can make it happen with an email. Yes, thank you, Coin Critic. Yes, I have plenty of hardware kits in stock. I've got them in stock. If you want to become a validator at home, then yeah, hit me up if you want to get a kit. I've got kits. And then, you know, you're a at-home decentralized validator, and then you own it. You pop in as much pulse as you want. There's no limit. You can do as many stakes as you want. And yeah, you'll be earning your 10%. Cool. Holder growth. This is hex. Like the amount of holder wallets is going up, so that's cool. Same with PulseX. Actually, -4 wallets added today. Incentive token. Oh, cool. This is cool. Nice little new stat site. Hexcong, they use your graffiti. You're basically the Banksy of PulseChain. I wouldn't go that far, but yeah. Adam is asking, where do people get to see data on what a validator pays out? Well, that's the problem, is every validator pays out like random. Well, it's not random, but like it's not guaranteed exactly how much you're going to get, because you might, like, when it's your turn to do a block is kind of random. So it fluctuates. You're not really sure. Like, you might get a little more than 10%. Maybe you'll get a little less. Maybe today you got lucky and you got an extra block. Maybe today you didn't. So there's an element of randomness to it that can't be predicted. So it's impossible to say, like, oh, you're going to get exactly 10% in a month. It's like, it doesn't work like that. It's impossible to predict, fortunately, which sucks. It's annoying. I hate that, but it's just the way it is. Hong says, we got to the party, but Esmeralda's only bringing the dip. We're waiting for the entire Andre, so full of dips. Next course. Yeah. Coin Critic says, the Bitcoin Core guys are still debating on how to filter stuff, while we are getting familiar with the new DeFi world. I'm a bit sad for some of my Bitcoin friends stuck talking about filters. Boring as fuck. Yeah, man. Yeah. They talk about like adding images, like embedding images in the transactions or something. Some guys are complaining like it's going to eat up the data, like it's going to eat up the block space. Other guys are talking about adding like an image viewer into the Bitcoin Core wallet. What are you talking about? Yeah, weird. They're doing weird stuff. Yeah. It's a bummer. Yeah. Hey, what's up, Patrick's? Saying, hey, you helped me delete the blockchain and re-add after a power outage corrupted my validator. I was trying to add a new validator and I ran line 7 to add stakes or previous stakes. Yeah. 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 If we go to the GitLab, let's take a look real quick. We go to free tutorials. And if we go to the GitLab, yeah, line 7, add new restore. Yes, line 7, yeah. This is where you, sudo deposit existing mnemonic, so you're reusing your existing 24 words. And then number of validators is 20. So you're setting how many new stakes do you want to create? So if you want more, you can change this number. If you want like 100, you can set this to 100. If you want 1, you can set this to 1. That's just how many new stakes do you want. And then we don't change that. And then, yeah, the ETH withdrawal address, you got to put in your address. This is where you put your PulseChain withdrawal address. That's it. So you change the address, change the number of stakes, and that's it. Yep. Line 5 is just the instructions. Oh, yes. And if your username in Linux, if it's not ADMXN, then you got to change the folder path in the script. So on line 7, if you've got a different username, this might be tricking you up here. I bet this is it. Right here where it says ADMXN, you're going to want to change this to your username in Linux. Whatever your username is, you got to put it here for the folder. That's the big one. I bet you that's tricking you up there. Got to be it. Hey, what's up, Corian Investor? My man. Good to see you, dude. Hope you're doing good. Hope you're making some awesome tunes. Hey, Darius. What's up, my man? Hey, thanks. Appreciate it. Hey, Crypto Jake. Yeah, smash that like and subscribe. I appreciate it. Thank you. Yep. Yeah, Patrick. Yep. So those 3 changes there, changing the number, changing your folder based on your username, and then setting your withdrawal address. That'll be line number 7 right there for you. And then in the terminal, it'll ask you for your 24 seed words. It'll ask you for your Prism wallet password. and it'll ask you a bunch of questions basically that you'll have to go for. Coin Critic, since you were talking about infrastructure on PulseChain, have you looked at Curve, Velodrome, Aerodrop, now forked onto Tide on PulseChain? Not endorsing, just we have an improved Curve fork on PulseChain. No, I was not aware. No, didn't even hear about that. I've actually personally never used Curve before. But I know what it is. I've heard of it, yeah. Yeah, but no, I never heard of that one. Tide on PulseChain. Yeah, no, we'll have to check that out tomorrow. I'll have to look it up and see what we got. That's pretty cool. I've not heard of that. All right. So, is there anything else? Gas stats. Here we go. This is validator-esque related. So PulseChain gas. Yeah, so this should fluctuate here. This is the 772,000 beats. Here's a pro tip. I manually set my gas in my wallet to 1 million beats. Because if it's anything under 1 million, I don't really care. It still costs you like a penny. You know, not a big deal. So, and then it kind of guarantees that your transaction in your wallet will get processed in the next 10 seconds. Like you're going to be in the next block because you're outbidding all these guys. I like to do 1 million, but you know, just something to keep in mind. From OX Coast, I think. Yes. All right, cool. Yeah, I'm going to check that out after this. Good looks. Yeah. I wonder if Pateus is plugged into it. I am a Pateus.io fan. So Piteas.io. So this is kind of like it's a DEX aggregator for PulseChain, right? It tries to get you the best price whenever it can. Active protocols is PulseX, Fox, 9-inch, 9mm. Oh, I don't know what that T is. Is that it? Is this the one right here? Tide? Yeah, that might be it. All right. Is this it, Coin Critic? Is that the symbol for Tide? There's PDEX and then Xtop. I've never heard of those two. I think this is it. Got the measuring stick. That would make sense. Like a Tide plus blue for water. Yeah, it's got to be. That's got to be it. Okay. So, pro tip. Good looks Coin Critic. If you want to do Tide. Actually, let's go to docs. Let's look. Read the manual. We're looking. Yes. Okay. Yeah. Coin Critic says that is it. Okay. Cool. All right. So yeah. So now we know that if you want to use, so if this is like a curve, gives you good prices, you know, especially for stable coins. Curve is good for stable coin bonding. I think that's what the original curve on Ethereum is like famous for. There's a lot of stables on there. If you want to, you got a bunch of DAI and you got a bunch of USDC and you want a liquidity farm, you go to Curve because you get the least amount of slippage, right? Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that's what Curve's claim to fame was like low slippage, good pools, you know. So if that's the case, then this is already integrated into Pateus. So when you go to Pateus and then you swap, like if we go, well, I don't have a wallet. Damn it. I don't have any coins on this. We'll just try to fake it. Hopefully it'll give us a route. Yeah, okay. And then if we click on show route. All right, so this one's going through bridged. Some people's bridged SP. Box. Doesn't it? Doesn't actually show it shows you which coins. It doesn't show the breakdown of the dexes anymore, like where you're actually getting them. It could just be that coin. Let's try something. Just try USD. Just curious. This is fun. In the name of science, right? Show route. Okay, yes, here we go. Yep. 9mm V3. So it takes your pulse and then it puts it into PST and then it goes to Tide. So here it is right here. It takes the PST and it goes into Coast. And then on Fux, it goes to Coast to USDC. So there you go. Wow. All right. So it is a thing. Tide is included in Pateus. So that's cool. And that helps. That just gets you a better price when you're swapping. That's pretty dope. All right, cool. Good looks, man. Very good looks. Oh, Hexcon, volunteer for Mod Wrench, in case any riffraff comes. I appreciate that. Thank you. I don't even think I have any mods yet. We haven't even had any riffraff. Someday, hopefully someday. But get riffraff. That's when you've made it, right? Like if you don't have haters, then you ain't nobody. So no, but I appreciate all you guys being here. Seriously, this is fun. I love doing this, hanging out with you guys, talking PulseChain, talking tech. Wow, gas is only 500,000 beats. Nice, a bargain. But PulseChain gas, and it's 60 times cheaper than Ethereum. Yeah, time. Really is. That's where you really feel it, man. Is when you're swapping and going over the bridge. And I do stuff for business. You know what I mean? Like I actually use crypto for business. You know, I accept payment in USDC and in crypto, so I gotta move crap around. And you know, when you hit Ethereum, it costs way more money. You know, it really does. Every swap, every send, it's yeah. Whereas on PulseChain, man, you feel like a king. I feel like I'm rich. Like I could do as many swaps as I want. I don't give a shit. Gas is like free on PulseChain. I feel like an oil baron, you know? Like I don't care what the gas price is. I'm fucking rich. I got enough pulse to last the rest of my life, you know? So that's why I love PulseChain. It's like free gas. You know? And we're only 2 years in, right? That's the big thing. Is PulseChain doesn't really have its killer app yet, you know, and those will come. Those, you know, those will come in time where other like apps basically, like we need apps that like drag in people that aren't even into crypto or they don't know what PulseChain is, but all of a sudden, boom, there's some game or some whatever. It doesn't even matter what it is really that brings in the people. And that'll come. You know, somebody's just gonna have to invent it. It takes time. Hey, what's up, Duke of Booze? Good to see you, my man. Yeah, if you aren't at least looking at Mateus when you do a swap, you're leaving coins on the chain. Yeah, totally coin critic. Might as well at least, you know, like a price checker. Exactly. Yep. Yep. Definitely. Might as well check. Cool. Cool. All right, guys. Well, we're coming up on the hour. We look at the markets today. Let's do the markets real quick. Look at trading view. See how we're doing. Today was like all-time highs for all the things. So let's see where we're at. Start at the top. Super charts. And switch to the monthly. Okay, so M2 money supply still 22.2 trillion. That was the same as yesterday. Federal funds rate coming down a little on the interest. At the 30-year yield. And we actually want to go to daily. Let's okay. All right, coming down a little bit on the interest. Dollar index is up today, so the dollar is strengthening versus the other currencies. That's the NASDAQ all-time highs again, 25,300. Sheesh. Holy moly. Holy moly. MACD positive above the pivot and the RSI up at the top. It's like you want to short it, but yeah, I wouldn't. I think keep it on, man. Especially with you got the confirmation on the MACD here, because here was the high, it pulled back, and the MACD is still going up. I mean, that's I call it that confirmation. You could have called. You could have called this a This was a non-confirmation high. You see right here how you made a new high, but you did not make a new high on the RSI. That's called a non-confirmation. That's generally a sign of weakness. That means like the top's kind of in. When you do a non-confirmation on the MACD, it's generally it's game over until it comes down and resets again, and then it crossed back positive and powered back up. So now the MACD is positive above the pivot again. So now the power's up. So You really don't want to go short here. I'm not going short here. Um, but I don't know how much more legs it's got. So interesting. So take a look at the S&P. Yeah, S&P also coming off the all-time high. MACD just flipped negative. Just flipped negative. So, oh, RSI is like topping out too. It's like, if you had it, I would have sold it yesterday, man. I would have sold the top yesterday if it was me. Yeesh. Rain Max saying, as long as we don't get a killer hack like some other chains, yeah. And what's nice about PulseChain is we're not on any centralized exchanges, so the risk of like somebody getting hacked and then stealing a bunch of PulseChain is pretty low because there's not a lot of PulseChain on centralized exchanges. So not too worried about that. I'm not. PulseChain really shouldn't have any hacks. Hey Darius, according to Gann Analysis 2026, the market will be going crazy. I'm a big fan of financial astrology. Really cool to see the correlation between market highs and astrology. Anyone is interested in learn about that? Dean Skinner. I would be careful with the astrology. I would be cautious with that. Yeah. Hex Kong saying silver broke $49. Oh my god. Yo, Hex Kong coming in the $5 super chat. Coffee Hong Kong. Yo, man. Appreciate that, my man. Thank you. Thank you very much for that super chat. That is very kind of you. Much appreciated. I got Mountain Dew right here. Cheers. Thank you. Yep. So let's go to silver. Because we just broke 49, which is a huge number. Oh my god, it did. Yep. It hit 49.26. All right, let's zoom in. Go to the hourly chart on this. Good lord. 49.20, ladies and gentlemen. $49.20 for an ounce of silver. Hot damn. Hot damn. I was right on noon. Wow. Wow. I feel like a fucking idiot. I sold all of mine at $30. Oh, fuck. That's okay though. I sold on a double, so I can't cry. But I could have had another double. For sure. Definitely could have had another double. Silver's going nuts. That's awesome, man. Congratulations to all the silver holders out there. I mean, it was a brutal hold. I mean, you had to hold for fucking years. So, I mean, the opportunity cost was terrible, but at least you're finally killing it. Now it's going straight up. I mean, look at that. Straight up. Wild. That's hot. That's hot. Yeah, look at that. Right since April, right since PulseChain washed out. I mean, everything washed out in April. And then it just marched right on up. Good lord. That baller. Very cool. Yeah, that's cool. Oh, yeah, silver. Doing the thing, man. Maxing out. Looking good. And then yeah, SLV hit 45. And then AVGO. So this is ProShares Ultra Silver. So this is silver with 2 times leverage. So I went up to 83.90 on your 2 times silver. And then ultra short silver. This is inverse silver. This is the opposite of silver, getting crushed at $14. Woo-wee. Massive volume. Look at yesterday. Huge volume. Somebody, wow. Damn. That's what's interesting about all these ETFs and equities. You can buy all these inverse products and such. Pretty cool. Yeah, Sunlight saying next August is 55 years since the dollar left the gold standard. Yeah, time for Hex. Red Bull Vodka says, still holding my silver? Hell yeah, brother. Good job, man. Damn, bro. Yes, there we go. Winning. There you go. Hell yeah. Man, I would treat yourself to a nice dinner. Bam. Coin Critic, I went through some silver coins yesterday on your stream. Those in airtight packages look great. Those some sheaths were all tarnished with needs. Ah, yeah, a little polishing. Silver, something I bought before Hex. Nice, dude. Hell yeah, man. Yep, they make the little silver polish you can get at the grocery store and give a little buffer, a little shine. Yeah, man. Yeah, I like bullion. Bullion's fun. Fun. Good stuff. But yeah, it's great hold. Yeah, and it's I mean, it could go higher, man. I mean, look at that. I mean, the MACD is just ripping. I mean, it's off the charts, guys. I mean, this is. Don't be shy to take some profit. Treat yourself. Treat yourself. You done great. Like, that's awesome. Ash, David, it's a sad day since 50% of the IRS is laid off. Yeah, man, I saw that tweet. That was a great tweet. Half the IRS is getting laid off. Yeah, man. IRS layoff. Yeah. Yeah. Shut down. IRS forces to lay off most of its people. Yeah. Oh, that's 2019. Wait, this just happened. You're right. I know you're right. This just happened hours ago. I saw the news. Why is this October 1st? No, yeah, you're right, Hexkong. Or Ash, sorry, yeah, they just said this. I just saw it. You're right. It was here somewhere. But they're laying off the IRS. It's good. Yeah, Red Bull vodka heard gold hit 50 or 4K. Yeah, let's look at gold. Go to gold. $4,064 for gold. Wild. Incredible. Yeah, Peter Schiff was framing himself on Twitter last night. He was loving it. So that's amazing. Yep. Yeah, and this just goes to show you, I mean, this is a testament to how screwed fiat money is. Like, it really is, you know? It's like, this is kind of scary. The higher gold goes, like, oh, shit. That means the Federal Reserve note is fucking worthless. Like, oh, no. You know, it's like gold goes to $5,000 and then $6,000. And then, you know, if it goes to like 10 grand for a gold coin, it's like, oh, God. That means the money in our pocket's fucking toilet paper. Like, we are doomed. Like, that's bad. So it's like, yeah, good for the gold bugs, but, you know, this is just, it's hard on society. You know, people are going to starve. Like, I should have listened to Cliff High. Yeah, Hex Kong. Oh my God, I remember Cliff High. Cliff High was a fucking legend, man. Yeah, dude. He is the guy who got me into silver 2017 and Litecoin and Bitcoin. Yeah, man, I was there, dude. Cliff High, dude, 2017. For sure. The Webbot, getting the Webbot reports, man. I used to pay for those in like Litecoin, dude. Oh man. Yeah. Yeah, Cliff High. Shout out to Cliff High. He was actually the guy who told me that COVID was a bioweapon in December of 2020. Like, as soon as it came out, I knew because of Cliff, like, take vitamin C, and this is an engineered bioweapon from a biolab. Like, we knew that because of him in 2020, like, weeks after it came out. So, yeah, man, miss Cliff High a lot. Now, don't get me wrong, he's a self-proclaimed schizophrenic, so you got to take a little bit of what he says with a pinch of salt, but he is a genius in his own right. You know, he's reading Boskovich's Natura Naturans book. Like, I tried reading that, dude. It like melts your brain. I'm too dumb to even understand what it's saying. So yeah, it's tough stuff. Coin Critic, Hex doesn't need polishing. Is way more liquid. But I'm still not selling my barbarous relics of metals. Metals were price repressed for 40 years, but I think Bitcoin ETFs will let them do the same. I agree. I think that the GLDs right here and the SLVs, they're not good because these are paper derivatives right here. And yeah, they print these and they suppress the price of gold. They do. Yeah. And same with silver. Look at gold from 2011 down and down and down. I mean, they beat it down till 2015. And then it tried to get up and they beat it down again to 2018. Like, yeah, gold was artificially suppressed for years. I completely agree. Yeah, man. They did. It's just like this. It's like a big cup and handle. Like the cup, and then the little handle, and then boom, rocket ship. Then straight up and never looked back. mean, look at the GLD, 372. Oh my good lord. This is wild, guys. It's scary. This is scary. This is like fiat's broken. Like, this is not good. Like, this is bad. Like, the dollar is dying, like, before our eyes, and it's just going fast, like, faster and faster and faster. You're watching it evaporate before your eyes. Like, oh, man. Darn it. Why did I sell all my gold, man? Yeah, feel you. I feel you. Same way with silver, man. Hexcon. Sometimes the tarnish is desirable if you lose value if you polish it. Really, on silver, they prefer what's it called patina. Is that the word patina? Like they do on like copper, and like you can kind of give it that patina look, where if you actually like rub a metal in your hands for a while, it gives it like a green like shine to it. Yeah, yeah. I think it's called patina. I think like antique silver with patina maybe has some value to it for like collectors and stuff. Yeah, it's a possibility. Yep. Let's look at Bitcoin. Let's go back to the daily. So Bitcoin down from yesterday. Yeah, that 125. Now we're at 123. Funny, last night we hit 120. Yeah, to be expected. But MACD still positive above the pivot. RSI still marching up. I mean, don't fade it. Don't fade it. I'm not fading it. I'm not shorting Bitcoin here. No, sir. No, sir. No, it could keep going. Who knows? You know, not until we get the non-confirmation high. Once this, like right here. Here's a perfect example of a non-confirmation high. So yeah, so July, you hit up here. You can see the MACD was making the new high. And the MACD crossed negative and went down. Came down, went up, made this new all-time high, but the MACD is lower right here than over here. It's like the MACD is sloping down, but the price made a new all-time high. That's a non-confirmation. So when you see a non-confirmation high, I can let them have it. Like it's over, it's done, doomed. And then boom, then the MACD went down negative over the pivot and they crushed it, right? From 123 grand to 107 in what, 1, 2, 3, 4, like a week or two. So the MACD, when you see new all-time highs on a non-confirmation, game over. So what do we have right now? We've got a confirmation. We got a positive MACD ripping over the pivot. Yeah, don't step in its way. Don't get in front of this thing. We got to wait for this MACD to roll over and come negative, and then the price will come down, make a new all-time high again. It'll go even higher. I mean, this thing could go to 130. Easy. You know, you could have next week, you could have a $1.30 Bitcoin, but then the MACD might be negative going down over the pivot. Then that's game over. That'll be game over. Once this MACD dies and the price goes up again, that's the show, baby. That might make a new all-time high. I mean, that could pierce like 135, 135K, and then it's over. And then it just rolls over and dies. So that's a possibility. So keep it. That's why I watch the MACD and the RSIs. I use these as kind of, helpful indicators. But yeah, looking strong. Yeah, Shellfox, looking strong. Yeah, Bitcoin is looking strong here, man. I'm not getting in this freight train here. This is strong. It's RSI going positive up toward the top. Strong like bull. Very strong. Yeah, Hexcon. Yeah, it's looking great. Yep, feeling it. Coin critic saying, so Bank X is out of HEX. Yeah. Toby said that last night. That confirmed. Yeah. I saw some Toby Wan Hexobi did a tweet with the the Block Explorer, and he showed their wallet. That's it. Game over. Yeah. I think that's super bullish on EHEX. That'll definitely take off some sell pressure. Hexcon, especially the big hand pour bars and the old piece Morgans, if they get a certain colored patina. Okay. The Morgan silver dollars. I did not know that. Damn. Okay. Yeah, I mean, those things can be worth more than the actual, the coin itself. If you get like an old year with like a nice patina and like a rare one, yeah, those are like collector's items. And can't you find those in like junk silver bins sometimes? like coin shops and stuff where they've got like sometimes I swear they've got like bins of just like all the junk silver, and you can just kind of like rummage through. Man, sometimes you'll find like a treasure in there, like a really rare coin or quarter. I haven't done it in years. I haven't been to the like a coin shop. I haven't been there in a long time. Because my actual silver bullion I brought to like a bullion dealer. Like it's like a place where they just buy gold and silver. It was kind of weird. I was like, "Do you guys sell?" I was like, "Hey, where's your case? What can I see your coins?" He's like, "Oh, we don't have any." He's like, "We just buy gold and silver." What? Like you're a retail store like place? You just buy? And he's like, "Yep." Like, "Oh, okay, interesting." Yeah. I wasn't in the business, but yeah. Hey, El Deuce, what's up, my man? Yeah, smash the likes. Yeah, appreciate it. Yeah, the Coin Critic says, in his opinion, it's chain-wide entry liquidity. New serious people want the lowest prices possible. Yeah, that too. Yeah. You want to buy low, sell high. Yep. You want to get a nice entry when it's cheap and everybody's hating on it and everybody's talking shit. That's the time to buy. Because everything has seasons. Everything comes and goes. Like look at gold. Gold's having its heyday. Where's Peter Schiff? I bet you he's finally. Peter Schiff has been waiting for this for decades, man. He deserves to have a good day. He deserved it. He's been beaten up for decades, right? Yeah, here we go. What's happened to gold in 2025 reminds me of what happened in the subprime mortgage crisis in 2007 when the subprime market blew up. An event I'd warned about for years. It was a harbinger of the financial crisis that hit the following year. Yet few on Wall Street perceived the warning. Bull surge in 2025 likely portends a US dollar and sovereign debt crisis next year that will make the 2008 financial crisis look like a Sunday school picnic. Yet, as was the case in 2007, few on Wall Street perceived the significance of the warning. That's the problem. That's what sucks. Is like, this chart, like, yeah, this is scary. Like, this is bad. Like, yeah, it's like, yeah, gold bugs are going to be rich. We're going to the moon. It's like, yeah, well, everybody's going to be fucking destitute. There's going to be people starving in the streets because money is worthless. Like, society's going to collapse. Like, this is not good. Right? Like, there's going to be, and Peter's right. There's going to be a credit freeze. It's going to be a credit crunch. What's going to happen is one of these days, I'm in a month or two, one bank just can't pay another bank. Like, JP Morgan owes Citibank 10 bill. They can't pay it because somebody owes them 10 bill, and they can't pay because somebody owes them 10 billion. And it's just going to be a fail cascade. And it's a credit crunch. And then your credit cards don't work, and then your debit cards don't work, and then you can't go to the grocery store, and then everything just fucking freezes. And then the big banks go to Trump and they cry and they say, "Oh, we gambled and lost all our money gambling. Can you help us, Trump?" Trump will say, "Yeah, you dumbasses, turn the printing press on." Powell goes to his printing press and they kick it into overdrive, and this number goes up and we all get poorer. That's it. That's the story. You can see it in the chart. You can see what's happening. This is our money evaporating in value. So it's a bummer, man. Bummer. Hornet says he thinks gold will hit 10 or 5K and then come back down. Totally possible. Totally. Hell of a run. Man, that'd be one crazy candle. Oh, jeez. I mean, good. I mean, yeah, MACD's positive. RSI's off the charts, though. I mean, it's hot. Gold's running hot, man. Like, how much higher can it go, guys? So crazy. Yeah. Like they're fighting. These are 1 minute sticks. They're fighting today. This is the battle, man. Is it going up or is it going down? Hell of a battle. Ugh. These are futures. These are gold micro futures. These are actually like, I think, 1/10 of a gold coin. So it's like affordable to actually buy. Yeah, Shellfox. Hex users unaffected. Yeah. I mean, it sort of affects everybody. Go to the daily. Yeah. Killing off the April lows. I mean, July was the same lows. I mean, as long as we stay above the July and April lows. MACD negative under the pivot, RSI negative under the pivot. When the MACD, okay, all right. I mean, yeah, you could buy the dip. Yeah, they're kicking the shit out of it today. Oh my god, yeah, 10 a.m. somebody shit their pants and dumped a lot of or this is P hex. Sorry, P hex. This is PulseChain hex. Yeah, buy the dip. Yeah, see, look, right here. So the price is coming down. The MACD is going down. The MACD flips positive, heading back up toward the pivot. They crush it, new all-time low, non-confirmation on the MACD, and then it goes back up. So yeah, so what you want to see now is you want to see this MACD keep going back up toward the pivot, but this the low for the day might be in. This could be the low for the day because of the non-confirmation right here in the MACD. So like bullish, yeah, I would buy that dip. Now, again, this was like within an hour and it was super fast and it's probably just one guy just like crushing, sucking all the liquidity out. So it's not like a human really could buy this. You can't really buy this price. This is some big guy like exiting his position. But yeah, I mean, they make the bottom. It's crazy, dude. And this happens over and over and over. These charts, these patterns keep repeating over and over and over. Yeah. So pretty cool. Darius says the Neptune Saturn cycle is very related to banking crisis. Do your own research though. Yeah. Yeah, I'd have to look into that. I don't know much about astrology, not gonna lie. Hornet says over next year. Yeah, I mean the collapse could come over next year. Yeah. Coin critic, like RH, the financial system has more tricks up their sleeve. Repricing gold at 50K before the next bull run will let them pay off a lot of debt through the financial shenanigans. Stablecoin trick also. Yeah, that too. Yeah, they could do a rebasement. That's a possibility. And one day you wake up and this, where's the gold chart? Yeah, one day you wake up and all of a sudden the chart's just been artificially sent to 5. I mean, it's, you can't even scroll that high. Yeah, it's just 5K. It's just straight up. It just to the moon because there's not enough gold to go around. You know, we got wheelbarrows filled with cash, but nobody's got gold. So cash is trash in that scenario. And then the stablecoin trick, yeah, they're talking about printing stablecoins and using that to buy bonds from the government, which is basically what USDC already is, because USDC is backed by treasuries and bonds. And that's fine. That's fine. That actually works. If you back stablecoins by treasuries and bonds and cash equivalents, yeah, that's cool. So yeah, I think Coin Critic, you're right. I think that they're going to use stablecoins to debase the debt and pay off the United States $32 trillion of debt and make it not like print. Basically, they're gonna print a shit ton of stable coins. That way, the debt's not so bad, so they can just pay it back. It's like, oh, you need 32 trillion. Yeah, here you go. Here's 32 trillion bucks. They're like, where'd you get that? It's like, oh, I printed a quadrillion. You know, that's it. There you go. Problem solved. Print a quadrillion and pay off the trillions. Yeah, job done. Yeah, pretty much every 20 years, banks fail. It's been going that way for over a century. Yep. Yeah, this is cyclical. These are cycles. Yeah, this is going to keep happening over and over. Yep. Red Bull vodka. Yeah, for real. We need to fortify our houses like neighborhood and like the purge. I mean, there ain't nothing wrong with prepping. I like prepping. For sure. A 5K, 50K. It's only priced at $42 on their books. It's like 50,000x. Hey, Toblerus, what's up, my man? Good to see you, dude. Yeah. Yeah, man, they might reprice gold. Totally. They'll have to bump it up. For sure. You know, they got to devalue the dollar, the Dixie. You know, this guy's got his shit's worthless. Yeah. Yeah, I feel you. I feel you. That could happen. Look at Ethereum real quick. We are down off the highs from yesterday, but still at a solid 4.5. How was that? Hell of a dump today. Ooh, sheesh. Must be the Ethereum Foundation paying rent. their offices. Got to have their rental offices. So these fucking nerds can come and hang out and drink the coffee. Okay. Crazy. I don't know why that tweet bothered me so much. The Ethereum Foundation. It's like, we are renting offices that nobody's ever going to use. Nobody cares, man. Not on Twitter. Rain Mac make alts based again. Hell yeah, brother. Look at oil real quick. USO. Actually, I prefer CL for a barrel. 62 for a barrel of oil. Look at our Bob gasoline. Gas is coming up, man. They're stepping higher. Oh, you don't want that. Want cheap gas, not expensive gas. It's all right. It's still under $2, so that's cool. Nvidia doing the thing. All-time highs. Awesome. Go back to the daily chart. Good. Nvidia all the way up there. 2 times long Nvidia, new all-time highs. 2 times Nvidia shorts, crushed. Obliterated. Coinbase. Trying to get to that all-time high. They want to touch that 400. Positive MACD above the pivot, cruising, RSI cruising. Yeah, don't short coin. Coin has power. Don't short the coin. Koblarus, did those Ethereum jabronis ever fix the S-load issues? I don't think so. They probably made it more expensive, if anything. Yeah, it probably cost more. Yeah. I don't know for real, though, about Ethereum if they actually messed with the S-load more, but no, I'm still just as expensive, if not better. Sunlight is saying humanity needs a new currency with potentially ultra-stable tokenomics. Hex it is IMO. Yeah. I mean, there's not just going to be one currency. And that's okay. Currency competition's okay. You know, people like different things. It's okay. We don't just need one. You know, having multiples is fine. You know, and you can pick whichever one's your favorite. I think that's okay. I think it's okay for us to have a competing marketplace of currencies, right? And may the best coin win, kind of a thing, you know? I feel like that's the best to let people pick. Because you aren't going to use Bitcoin or gold as a daily transactor. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, gold and Bitcoin are, too slow, too expensive, too cumbersome to really do for the day-to-day transacting. It's true. It's 100% true. So, but they're great for the store of value and like where you want just a big fat chunk of cash to store long term without losing value. Yeah, that's where Bitcoin and gold come in for sure. Shell Fox saying, I see Coinbase got staking passed for New Yorkers. Nice. Yeah, very nice. That's the crazy thing about Coinbase is like their headquarters is in New York City. They've got all the licensing and they're not even allowed to serve half their products to the people in New York because the New York laws are so restrictive and crazy. Yeah, it's nuts. New York is crazy. It's a crazy, crazy place. You know, I love it and I hate it. Rain Max says there's already a world currency. It's called the USD. Yeah. The petrodollar. Yeah. That's changing though. I mean, wearing out. We're wearing it out. Uh-oh. That looks like the world's not liking our stuff much anymore. Coin Critic says Vitalik did change S-load after Hex moved to its own change. They also grew the size of the block to prevent high gas, and they have a roadmap to 10x scale of ETH, not in years, months. It was at the did the merge, the purge, the verge, and the splurge. So what are we on? We did the merge. Vitalik doing the purge. Is that what this is? Where he's like cutting crap out of a bunch of changes? Yeah, I know what you're talking about, Coin Critic. Yeah. Mainstream wants to talk Solana for the Google boys, but ETH is tired of losing. Yeah. Yeah, man. No, Ethereum needs to step their game up. Yeah, they've been, you know. It's good tech. I like Ethereum. We all love it. They were all Ethereum users, you know. The Hexicans were born on Ethereum, right? That's how Hex started. Like, I liked Ethereum before Richard Hart even did. Richard Hart used to be a Bitcoin maxi back in the day, and I was on Ethereum fucking doing Pillar and Storage Coin, and I was there, man. I was there. Sure. All right, so let's go through all the coins. So Ethereum doing the thing. PulseChain, survive and survive. Survive. Oh, we're doing good. Our time will come. PulseChain's only 2 years old. That's the thing you gotta think too. It's like it's only 2 years old. Bitcoin went up and down a lot back in its first 2 years. Same with Ethereum. That it came and died and came back and went to zero and went to $1 and blah blah blah. It's like we've seen this all before. If you're an OG, you've seen it all before. It comes and goes. It's just like seasonality. It's kind of like fruit. It comes in season and then you harvest it and then you sell it. And then if you don't, it rots on the vine, And then next year it goes back into season. We just don't know when or why, I think PulseChain needs a killer app. I think we need some killer apps. And they'll come in time. Builders just got to get inspired, and then they'll build something cool. Like I was bummed today. Like one of my favorite games. This is new. It's not out yet. Eve Frontier. So I like Eve Online, which is internet spaceships. Well, they're making a new game, Eve Frontier, and they're going to use the blockchain to save your progress, because they need a blockchain for this game. They actually do. Today they announced, man, Eve Frontier will be built on Sui network, PulseChain purpose-built for gaming with all the tools needed to truly put the frontier in the hands of players. It's like, I've never even heard of Sui network, bro. It's like, what is this shit? I have no idea. Never heard of this. 1.1 million followers on Twitter. Like, what? Like, how? Never heard of this junk in my life. Like, I'm a crypto professional. I've never heard of this. So, I don't know, man. Very disappointing. Big bummer. That sucks. Yeah, I'm bummed. Because Helmar, CCP Helmar, he's like the head dev. There's a problem with Eve Online is that it's an old SQL Microsoft database. This game came out in 2001. It's almost 25 years old. We've been playing Eve Online. And, so they're maintaining the servers. So they want to make a new version of the game for the future, and all the database live on the blockchain. And, yeah. Bummer, man. Bummer. Yeah, I did not see that coming. Yeah, man. It's like, oh. Wah, wah, wah. So I am less sad. Axkong, SUI sucks. These nuts came out of nowhere. VC pumps forced down everyone's throat. Yeah, so that's what it is? Yeah, a bunch of garbage, man. That sucks. Bummer, dude. Yeah, I'd never even heard of that junk. VC pumped forced down everyone's throats. What a shame, dude. That sucks. Hex soon will be its namesake years old. Oh shit, 6 years old for Hex? Wow, yeah, I didn't even think about that. You're right. We'll be 6 soon. Yeah, damn. That's cool. Coin Critic says, buying Lowe's the killer FOMO app. Yeah. PulseChain, problem is that if you bought high, you are mad. How to fix it? Dollar cost average in. Yes. If you're not happy with your PulseChain entry, if you bought up here or up here, yeah, dollar cost average. Keep on buying, Get a validator. Mine more coins every day. Definitely. The Beached Whale says, Sui is big. Okay. Yeah, I've never heard of it. Huh. I wonder what do you know what countries it's big in? Is it big in Asia, or is this big in Europe? I don't know, because I've never even heard of it, literally. Never even heard of it, Chain. Hey, Hex Monkey, what's up, my man? Good afternoon, Hexicans. Good to see you, dude. Hexkong, it's not really big. It has big funders in the illusion that it's big. Oh, okay, so that's what Quinker was saying about the VCs. Or, yeah, you were saying about VCs. Yeah, okay. Interesting. Sui equals Meta's backed blockchain. Oh, like Facebook Meta? Oh, God, that's even worse. Oh, damn. That's gross as hell. This is backed by like Zuck. Sui, the E Frontier, EVE Online, Spanish Sui. Man. Hmm. Yeah. Bummer, dude. What is this? So sad. That's so sad. Because E Frontier is gonna be fun. It's gonna be a good game. And like when you earn currency, you can even make your own currencies in the game. They're like there was supposed to be ERC20 token. This was supposed to be on Ethereum, I thought. And then I was hoping it could have been forked over to PulseChain. But bummer. Yep. Solana equals the Google backchain. Oh, I did not know that either. Wow. Yeah, I don't really mess with these other ones. Hexkong says, Miston Labs, the developer of the Sui Layer 1 blockchain, has raised $300 million in a Series B funding round that values the company excess of $2 billion. Oh, that's... Okay, so they took $300 million and they gambled on this chain, and then they're trying to sell it for $2 billion. Gotcha. Bet you all these million followers are just fucking bots and junk. It's just garbo. Yeah. Wait, is that it? Verified followers is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Tell me there's only 16 paid accounts on Twitter that follow all of Sui out of 1.1 million followers. There's 16? Is that a joke? Tell me the rest is just 1 million just anons? Oh, it cuts off. Okay, it doesn't keep going. Okay. So, I was going to say, man, it's like, uh-oh. But no, it doesn't just stop scrolling. All right. Bummer, man. All right. So these are our competitors, huh? We need Gaben. Yeah, man. Yeah. Now, does PulseChain really need a game that's like a killer game? No. These games they're not really useful per se. This is just for fun. It's just entertainment purposes. So not important. PulseChain needs like better apps, like real money transmission apps or something killer, It'll come in time. And, necessity is the mother of all invention, right? So some guy just has to have the need for an app, and then he builds it, and then he deploys it. And that's it is what it is. It's got to come natural. You can't force this kind of stuff, In a week or two, ETH should fall out of its parabola. Possible, man. I had that negative MACD cross down under the pivot, and it flushed down. Now we're coming back up. We're positive crossing over the pivot, and the RSI is also turning positive. So, it could... hard to say. I don't know. 50-50. I'd call this... Doesn't look strong, doesn't look weak. Doesn't look great. ETH is kind of like, hey, it's exciting. It hit, $4,700 yesterday. Like, I hope Richard was able to get some profits. I hope he was able to sell some of the sack and get some cash. Because, for Vitalik and the Ethereum Foundation are chomping at the bit to dump. So, yeah. Coin Critic says, in my opinion, we need these chains. Someone has to get wrecked, and their competition of PulseChain is going to force them to behave or become desert islands. Yeah. It's all about the killer apps. Yeah, VCs and fake pump money isn't going to cut it. And like PulseChain is real. And it's, this is a real chart. Like it's this does not look artificially inflated by Sack Daddy to me. This looks like we're getting our asses kicked naturally. Like this is real buy and sell pressure. It's just out there. There's no artificial anything. That's how it should be. We don't want it to be artificial. So, I mean, yeah, this just looks like right now, it's like not popular. We're just not the popular kid at school, People don't know who we are. They don't like us. They don't A lot of people don't even know. They've never even heard of PulseChain. And a lot of people, they don't know how to go across the bridge. They don't know how to get USDC from Ethereum. They're struggling, you know. That's the thing too. It's gonna take years. We're so early. We're just so early. You know? I mean, Bitcoin's 15 now, Ethereum is like 8, and now people are finally waking up. Now Bitcoin's finally hitting, 123 grand. Like, it took all that time. I mean, yeah, I remember back here, man. I remember 2017, 2018. This is when I was buying the silver. This was like my first market bull run. I thought I was going to be rich. We're going to be rich. We're geniuses. Bitcoin's going to $1 million. It's going to change our lives. Fucking nope. Get wrecked, pleb. Like, that's where I learned. That was my first beat down right here. I got my ass kicked in 2017. Absolute shit kicked out of me. All right? And then it was awful. And we waited till 2019. That was a terrible 2 years. Richard was talking about Hex. Hex didn't even exist yet. Richard would tweet like once every 2 or 3 months, do like a 4-hour video, mention Hex a couple times. Like, yeah, it's still in progress. 2 more weeks, guys. 2 more weeks. 2 more weeks. 2 more weeks. Like, that took fucking years. Years. Then Hex came out in December 2019. Right here. We were buying Ethereum for like $100. Where were we? It was February or December 2019. Yeah, I was buying Ethereum for $100, throwing it in the Hex adoption amplifier. Like, this is where Hex was born. And then we sort of recovered. Hex did great, and then, God Candle, and then boom, September of 21, was it? Yeah, fucking moon, dude. Like, that was awesome. So I remember getting my ass beat here. And we waited all this time for Hex to get launched, and then Hex came out, and then we made it, right? And then that changed my life. And then that was freaking awesome. Richard was doing 8-hour live streams, and like, oh man, this was the best times, man. That was good. That was good shit. Yeah, Hex Monkey. This PulseChain has so many great dApps, yeah. Mr. Crypto J, it was terrible for me. I moved all my Bitcoin into XRP and BNB at the end of 17. Oh, no. Oh, man. Sorry to hear that, Mr. Crypto J. That's brutal. Angry Beaver says, I hope PulseChain will go parabolic finally. So many people got shaken out and still bleeding. Yeah, I think we got some time to go. It's going to take years. It's going to take years. Did you know that there was loan protocols on PulseChain for every coin? You can collateralize your coins without middlemen. Bitcoin is still doing this with middlemen. Yeah, right. Like, yeah, you can literally do loan. We've got what the hell they called for one for Hex. There's one for PulseX. Yeah, you can turn your coins into stable coins, and then you could pay back your loans later and get your coins. Darius, good times will be here again soon. I hope so, man. I miss those old days. XCong mismoderating an RH YouTube chat. Yeah, man. I'm still actually an official moderator on Richard Hart's YouTube chat for deleting. I used to have to go through after his live streams were done, and then the robots would spam the spam comments, and I would go through and I would manually delete all the robot comments like for a couple days after his videos. Yeah, that was a pain in the ass. That was fun, dude. I miss the old days, man. It was good. 2017, 2018. It was wild. That was like the beginning. That was when we all really learned, I think. That was like when we were all rookies. That was when I was a noob. Then we got rich here. And then kind of been a little rough ever since. And we waited the 2 years for PulseChain to come out, and then PulseChain to come out, and then it's been rough. Yeah. But the lesson in those bags that went back to all-time highs years later. Yeah, Mr. Crypto J. That's the crazy thing, right? Is like if anybody who just buys and holds and literally forget about it, just get some crypto and literally log off for 8 years and then log back in, and now you're rich. Like, okay. So that's the moral of the story. Just log off and forget about it. Hold for a long time. I would say the same with PulseChain, man. Just buy a whole shit ton, log off. In a half a decade, man. I'll be in 2030, bro. I'll be here. I mean, I'll be here every day until 2030, but it might take until 2030 for this one to really rip, you know? And then you'll look back, you'll be like, oh man, I wish I bought. It's like, no, you didn't. Like, you were all depressed back then. Like, you know, like it's hard. It's hard. That's what happened in April. I mean, like April and tax time, every coin got beat to shit. Everything. Well, who bought in April? I didn't buy anything in April. I was cutting a check to the IRS so the IRS wouldn't come and shoot me. You know, like most people. You know, government, coerces us with the threat of violence. So we have to pay them. So that's why everybody sells, because you got to sell your shit to pay the government so they don't kill you. And then it goes up. Like, okay, cool. So that's why it's seasonal. Yeah, Coin Critic. I could go through PulseChain protocols all day, all made with no middleman ethos. It's refreshing. Yeah, dude, we've got a lot of the stuff. Yeah, that's the thing, is we've got the tools and the non-middlemen stuff. Like, we're all about the no middlemen bullshit. You know, we've got a bunch of them. You know, yeah, it's all open source. It's all out there. We're not charging for software. There's no middlemen. You don't gotta, there's no middlemen. There's no like Alex Mashinsky. No Alex Mashinsky's out there. No Sam Bankman-Frieds, none of those guys. Better not take till 2030. I don't know, Hexcom. Yeah, it might, man. That's only 5 years, dude. Only 5 years. Only 1,600 days. Right? That's only a fraction of a 5555. Could take 5. It depends on how many X's you want. You want 10,000 X under PulseChain? Yeah, it might. A 10,000 X on PulseChain might take 5 years. You want a 10,000 X? You want to sell PulseChain at a penny? Yeah, that's 5 years. But might be done. How much PulseChain you got? What happens if it goes to a penny? You're going to be 100 millionaire? Maybe. So it could happen. All in due time. All in due time. X going, all social connections and trust in personal life already ruined. Another half decade would be a joke. Yeah, I mean, that's why I stopped. I don't shell to personal connections anymore. Business only. They have to come to me and want to. Anybody who wants to be a validator, I feel like, for PulseChain, eventually they'll find me. So I don't really want to go out and like shove it down people's throats. I don't. That's not right. It's like, if you want to be a validator, if you want to learn about PulseChain, you'll find us. We're here. We're waiting. We're out here. They'll come. I don't think there's any amount of marketing or advertising or buying ads or doing crazy shit. I don't really know if that's gonna help adoption. So for me, I feel kind of helpless. I feel bad. It's like, I'm not an app maker. I don't know how to make the next killer app. So I don't know what to do other than just kind of sit here and talk to you guys to try to pump it. Oh, AJS with the super chat. I'm new to Pulse. Rode XRP from under a penny to where it is today. Now I'm all in Pulse. How high can Pulse go in your opinion? Rookie question. Sorry. Hey, man. No, appreciate the super chat. Thank you. Very generous of you. How high can Pulse go in my opinion? I mean, well, the all-time high is 3 zeros and a 3. Like a 2.8. So, I mean, Hex did a 10,000X. I bought Hex for, it was like 1 million Hex for $100. And then I was selling Hex for like 50 cents each, right? It was crazy, dude. I mean, I cried like a little girl when Hex hit a penny. It changed my life. You know what I mean? Like, I turned a couple $1,000 into like, paid off all my student loans, like a bunch. Like, I killed it. I crushed it as a Hex. Like, I'm talking like hundreds of dollars, man. I did not put in much, and it changed my life. So, PulseChain hopefully can do the same, man. I mean, it could go half a penny. Well, no, sorry, 3 zeros and a 5. 3 zeros and a 5, which would be, is that a half a penny? No, that's fifth of a penny. It could go high, man. Like it can go a lot higher than you think, right? Like a lot higher. And yeah, it'll blow your mind. It'll make you cry. Like you'll make more money than you could ever work in your whole life if you play it right. So yeah, that's the game I'm playing. That's the game I think all of us are playing here is, yeah, if you're buying down here in these lows, man, yeah, right now, man, like look how low it is. Look how cheap. We're under the freaking dip from August 23 when it freaking crashed and the SEC sued Richard. That's what this is right here when PulseChain just collapsed and Gary Gensler came after us. The value just evaporated. We're below that line right now. We're like hitting that as resistance. So back up the truck, man. Load the boat. You want to change your life? Like start buying this shit right now. Load the boat. Because when this shit rips, we're gonna get another move like this eventually. It's just gonna go up and up and up. And then it's gonna go down. And then it's gonna go way up again. You're like, oh my God, PulseChain went so high. And then you'll see everybody on Twitter. Right? Then everybody will be talking about it and everybody's buying it. And you'll remember that you were here on my stream one day. Me and you were chilling here chatting. And yeah, you bought at the bottom. Yeah. So I think in years to come, going higher. I mean, look how high it went. That's just in a couple days when it first launched. And then we were at 3 zeros into 2. So why shouldn't we at least definitely hit this, right? We should definitely come back up here. Minimum. It's just a matter of time and when, it's just about when. Yeah. Yeah, Mr. Crypto J, maybe a third of a penny this cycle. That'd be awesome. That'd be awesome. Darius. Oh man, I don't know about these dates, bro. I don't know, dude. Crypto J, I remember your video. Yeah, man. Yeah. Third degree Freemason trader. Oh my God. That's why, Darius. You gotta be careful with those Freemasons, man. Those guys are I take what they say with a grain of salt. I don't trust a Freemason as far as I could throw them. ETH was $80 4 years ago. Now it's 5K. Yeah, dude. Yeah, exactly. Right, Crypto Coin Critic. We were buying Ethereum at $100 and then putting it in the adoption amplifier. Right here. Yeah, we were there, man. It was $100. Yeah, I remember when ETH was like sub 100. I was broke. I was still going to work. I'm like, oh man, like $50 for this Ethereum, even $50. It's like, wow, that seems like a lot. Now it's 4,500. So that's the thing with crypto too, is like in the old days, like you think it's expensive. Even PulseChain right now, like, you're like, oh man, I don't want to buy this. Like I'm wasting my money. Like what's really going to happen? And then sure enough, boom, one day or years down the road, you're like, it just goes higher than you ever thought possible. Like Bitcoin, like we just could not have predicted. I didn't know this was going to happen. Like Richard didn't say this back when Hex was being invented. Like nobody could predict this shit. Nobody. You can't. And that's the problem too, is like the future is impossible to tell. Like who could have ever known it would do this? Nobody. This is crazy. Yeah, Crypto J could go higher though. Yeah. I look forward to the glass filling with others. Yeah, man. AJ, fucking bro, I'm FOMOing more right now. Thanks. Yo, man. Yeah, just be careful. Don't spend more than you could afford to lose. Right? Yeah, and as long as it's your investment money that you're planning to invest with, absolutely, dude. Look at this stair step up. Yep. This is how winners win, man. You buy low, sell high later. And I'll be on I'll be here, man. I'll be here streaming. And when the price goes way up, I will tell people when it's time to sell. When it goes up, I'll tell the truth. I'm not lying. Like I'm here to tell the truth. So when I'm selling it and it's hot and everybody's calling me to like order a validator computer and everybody wants to become a validator and they're spending 50 grand for one PulseChain stake so they can get their 10% a year and like it's going crazy, like that's when you'll know it's time to sell. We did it, But unfortunately, that's the time when there's going to be everybody's buying, right? Like when it's time to sell, Because we're chilling here today, right? And everybody else is talking about buying Bitcoin and Ethereum, and they're all having fun. They're buying the new all-time highs on it. They're buying gold at all-time highs, Bitcoin all-time high, Ethereum all-time high. Let them buy it. Don't buy that. Here we are buying the lows in PulseChain. We're dollar cost averaging. We're stair stepping up. And then someday, a couple years from now, this shit's going to explode. Everybody's going to want it. And they're going to say, Richard Hart's a fucking genius. Oh my God, we're going to be rich. It's going to the moon. And when they're buying validators at 50 grand a stake, then that's when we sell. And we're going to sell for millions and millions of dollars, and we're all going to retire. All right. AJ's? Yeah, every day. Yep. I'm on a stream now every day, 3 p.m. Eastern, every weekday, Monday through Friday. I'll be here. This is like my full-time job. This is my full-time job. And I run the validatorstore.com. The worst time to come in is at the bottom because you think your winning never stops cycle. Yeah, that too. Yeah, if you buy like the absolute low, then you get caught off guard when it dips back down. Yeah, that could happen for sure. RH birthday in a few hours. Oh shit, yeah, that's right. Yeah, tomorrow's well, yeah, technically 000 UTC is in a few hours, right? Yeah. Yep, it's gonna be Richard's birthday. Yeah, AJ. Yeah, I'll be here every day. Yep. Yeah, Shell Fox. Fuck yeah, this is history at the making. I was here. Yeah, exactly. Yes, because I was there for all those other ones too, and you can do it too, man. Yep, I was there when Hex came out. And yeah, I've seen them all now, man. All the good ones. So yeah, it's fun. It's fun. And yeah, it's rewarding. And if you stick in it long enough, you know, you gotta do it every day. Crypto's like an everyday thing, you know? That's why I mine coins every day. You get more. I have more coins every day. Tomorrow I'll have more coins than I did today. And the next day I have more coins. And the next day I have more coins. That's how I live my life. Every day I get more coins. And then when I'm old and, you know, or when the time's right, when the time's right, then it'll be time to sell. So, but back in time for us in the Richard Hart ecosystem, PulseChain, PulseX, incentive token, Hex. Yep. Stacking. I'm mad stacking. Yeah. Mr. Crypto J, my gut says that everyone sells in December as they always do, and then the market continues up next year's, leaving behind many. Yeah, that happens too. Yep. Yeah, and people want to sell before January 1st for the tax purposes, because that way you can lock in your taxes for the 2025. Some people even sell at a loss to do tax loss harvesting. You bought some shitcoin that went down, you can sell it, eat the loss, and then you can take that loss and kind of apply it towards your taxes. So definitely there is some end of year selling tax shenanigans for sure. Definitely. Yeah. Yeah. Coin Critic says it's never different until you take leverage. Yeah, don't do leverage. Don't do leverage. Don't gamble. Mitch says, do you think one validator will someday be good passive income? Yeah. Yep. Like, and when you mean one validator, yeah, if you mean one stake, 32 million pulse, yeah, eventually they'll be worth $50,000 each for one stake. Let's take a look. What are they today? I think they're like $1,000. They were $5,000 a couple, they were. Yeah, cost to run a validator, $1,000. 12 or 32 million pulse required to stake, $1,000. Call it now. I'm saying it right now. There will be a day when this number says $50,000. So if you buy it today, you'll get a 50x from the day when this says 50 grand a pop. This number has already been as high as 5,000. So yeah, I could see in the future this will be 50K. One PulseChain stake will be worth 50 grand. Yep. And I also predict that people will be calling me or emailing me. They'll be going to validatorstore.com. Right? They'll be coming to my website. Scroll all the way to the bottom to buy a hardware kit. Like, yeah, here's some of the pictures here, testimonials. See, all these guys are all the PulseChain validators at home. Here's another guy, number 92, this validator. Yeah, so eventually, like right now, you can get stakes for less than the hardware. The box costs $2,000. Like the keyboard, the mouse, monitor, like that's 2 G's The coins cost less. The coins used to cost 5 times more. So, yeah, there will be a day when it's going to be exploding, and the yeah, the coins will cost way more than the like computer, but people will still be calling me to buy the computer. So it's ass backwards. Because today you can get one validator stake for $1,000. You can get 2 stakes of coins for the cost of the computer, but it won't be popular until the coins are way expensive and people can only buy a little bit of coins. Then they want to do it because it's backwards. It's backwards. People want to buy. They want to buy high, like Bitcoin. They want to buy high and then they want to sell low because they think they're going to make money, but they don't. That's how they get wrecked. It's emotional. So unfortunately, that happens here in PulseChain too. Like, there will come a day when people are calling me and they're like, Dave, you gotta help me with my validator. I gotta buy a validator right now, man, right now. And it's like, okay, it's fucking top, but sure, buddy, whatever you want, here you go. Like, it is what it is. So that's the sad part. It makes me sad when, people buy the top, but that's who pays for us who buy the bottom. Right? Yeah, coin critic. Wow, if you lost your job, operating a validator is an honest living. But pro tip, if you have the money and can hold it out selling, just buy the coins. Oh, yeah. Well said. Yeah, if you have the money and can hold out selling, just buy the coins. Yep. And keep going to work every day and keep your normal job. Yeah, then you get super rich. That's how you really kill it. Just pretend you're poor, keep working your normal job, go to work every day, and then every paycheck buy like $100 or as much as you can afford a PulseChain. That's what I used to do with Hex. That's how Hex changed my life, man. I was broke as a joke. I'd be going to work, but I got a wife and 3 kids, and I'd buy a couple $100 worth of Hex every paycheck, and then 2 weeks later buy some more Hex, and 2 weeks later buy some more Hex, and yeah, 2 years later, you paid off all your college loans, man. Yeah, it possible. Yep, I've done it. I've seen it. Can happen. Wow, looks like current APR on this PulseChain stat site's gone up to 8.06. Wasn't that just 5 point something like when we started streaming a couple hours ago? What the hell? All right, I'm not crazy. They used to say 5 and change. What the hell? Weird. All right. But yeah, so keep an eye on this number right here. Cost to run validator 1K. Right? That's going to be, I'm telling you, this is cheap. This is a bargain right now. You can get 2 stakes for the cost of the box. Impressive. Because this used to be 5K. How much lower will this go? I don't know. I don't expect this to go much lower. If this goes under 100, load the fucking boat, man. Take my money. Oh my God, I need another job. I need more jobs just so I can buy more coins, man. My wife's gonna kill me, man. I'm gonna get in so much trouble. I spent all my money in crypto. I have an addiction. Oh my God. Yeah, Shellbox, this is time is the greatest asset. Monetize time and you win life. Exactly. Yeah, you just got to do it every day. Yeah. That's the thing. This is a marathon, not a sprint. That's the thing, It's like I've been into crypto you got to do it for years, man. It's every day. It's like diet and exercise. It's a daily thing. It's like brushing your teeth, Coin Critic says you'll not hear any other ecosystems mining industrial complex tell you to buy the coins versus mining. Love this community. If I said that in Bitcoin channel, I get muted. Yeah, I know. We're one of the few places where we actually tell the truth here, regardless of whose feelings it may hurt, right? Yeah, we actually always tell the truth. And yeah, the best thing you can do, just buy a couple coins, whatever you can afford per paycheck, right? That's the case. Whatever you can afford. Pay your bills, pay your mortgage, get your groceries, feed your kids, feed your wife, and then buy some crypto, right? Be responsible. A really good deal. Lowest I saw on ETH Validator was $80 for 32. Damn. Wow. Yeah, man. That's crazy. RH better deploy than funds? I don't think so. I don't know if he's going to, man. I wouldn't bet on it. And I'm worried that if he did, that would make the chart. I'm not worried, but that would artificially inflate this chart. If there was just a big green candle up, then everybody's just going to sell it back down. Nah, I'd say leave it natural. We don't want any steroids on this chart. No steroids. Nope. All natural. All natural. But Who knows? I mean, he can do whatever he wants. Or his coins. Do whatever he wants. So pretty cool, guys. I'm bullish. I think, you know, it's a marathon, not a sprint. Our day in the sun will come. This is Peter Schiff's day. Everybody go say hi to Peter Schiff on Twitter. Say congratulations on your gold. Guy's been waiting 20 years. I mean, imagine being a gold bug and waiting fucking 20 years. You know, so yeah, this is the gold chart from 2011. There you go. There's fucking 15 years of pain right there for you. So, you know, PulseChain's just a baby. Compared to gold, it's just a baby. We're just getting started, boys. Like, we're just getting started, you know? So we got a long way to go, man. A lot of years. We'll be good. There's nowhere to go, man. We're good, dude. You just got to keep on stacking. That's all you can do. It's just personal. Keep on stacking. Keep on getting those coins. As long as you got more coins today than you had yesterday, then you're in a good position. That's all you can worry about. Don't listen to the FUD. Don't listen to the weirdos out there, the schizophrenic other chillers, and you know, there's some strange folk out there. Don't listen to them, man. Don't listen to the negativity. Because this, I don't know. Because the tech is the tech. The price is price, and they're different. You know, like the price is people buying and selling. Tech is tech. Like the coin never changes. That like it's always there. It's just like gold. Gold is gold is gold. You know, PulseChain is PulseChain. Bitcoin is Bitcoin. Like it ain't going nowhere. Maybe go buy 32 million Pulse, 1K for a validator stake is what I need to combat these food prices. There you go, Coin Critic. Yeah, man. FOMO, dude. Hell yeah. Yeah. These are good prices. This is, look at that chart. That's hot. That's, yeah. You doing it, man. Yeah, you're winning. You're winning. John Bishop, I remember that God candle. It was glorious. Yeah, man. Back in Hex, back in the day. That's right. Yep. So eventually, someone will come along and give it a God candle, and eventually the killer app will come and good things will come. It just takes a long time. It takes a long time. It's very slow. It's very boring. It's like watching paint dry. But eventually you have a beautiful fresco. You know, you got a beautiful painting. Just, we got to get there. Yeah, it's all part of the game. Yep. Next target is 2x above all-time high, 3 zeros and a 6. Hell yeah, brother. 3 zeros and a 6 is way up here. I like your thinking. Totally possible, dude. We could totally get up here, man. It can happen. It can happen. Because once guys like us soak up all the coins, once we're buying them for cheap, you know, we buy them all for down here for cheap. And then we don't touch them. We forget about them. We got jobs. We got lives. We're doing other shit. There's just less and less coins. And then boom, one day it just blows up. Yeah, we will see 70-80% dips on the way up. Yeah, that too. Absolutely. You're going to get also nice fail cascades just like this that we had, you know, back in March 24. Just fucking, that's savage beating. But that's the way the cookie crumbles, man. That's the game. And then you reload, and then you buy again, and then you could have sold it on another double, and, you know, you do it again and again. So pretty cool. All right, guys. Well, I've been streaming for 2 hours. It's almost dinner time here. So I appreciate all you guys for being here today. Thank you. Thank you guys, especially for you guys doing those the super chats. Yeah, AJ's and Hex Kong. Appreciate you guys very much. And shout out to all you other guys in chat here. Coin Critic, Shell Fox, John Bishop, Hex Kong, Mr. Crypto J, Hornet, all you guys. Shell Fox, yeah, all you guys. Sunlight, Mitch. Yeah, good to see you guys. I will be back here again tomorrow. We're going to do this every weekday. I'm going to stream because I love hanging out with you guys. We're just going to talk PulseChain and have some fun, you know. And maybe we'll vibe code some shit, you know. Maybe we'll do some projects. We'll have some fun. Maybe we'll make the killer app here. Who knows, you know. Maybe us plus Grok. I like vibe coding with Grok. Grok's pretty cool, man. You can do some cool shit with Grok here. So maybe we'll make something. Maybe we'll make an app. Who knows? One day, you know. Probably make a pump.tires coin too eventually in one of these streams. Like we'll make our own coin together here in the chat and start pumping it. Like we could do all kinds of fun shit, you know? There's all kinds of stuff. So yeah, appreciate you guys. Shell Fox, Darius, Coin Critic. Yeah, man. Good to see you guys. Thank you. Appreciate it. I'll catch you guys tomorrow, 3 p.m. Eastern. Have a good night. Bye, Pulskins.